In this particular video, we'll go through the one of the important object-oriented design principle, that is solid principle, where S is single responsibility principle, O is open close principle, L is liquid substitution principle, I is interface segregation principle, D is a dependency inversion principle. So now single responsibility principle. As per the principle, it says that each class should have only one reason to change, meaning that it should only have one job or one responsibility. Let's suppose a WhatsApp example where we have a user service that handle user related operation, that user registration and authentication. And second, we have a chat service classes that handle the chat related operation, that is sending the and receiving the message. So let's take example where we have a user service concerned only with the user related functionality, that registering the user, and chat service is only concerned with the message functionality by sending the message. By separating these two concerns, we follow the single responsibility principle, and changes related to user logic won't reflect uh, to the chat related logic. Second, we have a open close principle. This principle says that a class should be open for extension but closed for the modification. This means that you should able to extend the class behavior without modifying the is existing code. So let's suppose the same WhatsApp example. Like initially we are supporting only the text message in the WhatsApp, but now if we want to support sending a media file like image or video, instead of changing the existing class to accommodate the media message, we can extend the functionality using interface. So in this particular example, if you see here, the the message interface define the contract for the sending message. We have a two different implementation for this interface. One is a text message that handle the sending of plain text, where we second we have a media message that handle the sending a media like image or video. If later, if you suppose if you want to add another message type like voice, we can create a new class without modifying the existing text or message or media message. This so we are keep open for the extension but close for the modification. The next we have a liquid substitution principle. This principle say that subtypes must be substantial for the base without altering the uh, correctness of program. Let's suppose the same WhatsApp example. The message interface should have a different implementation like text or media, but the send message should have work correctly for any message type. So here if you see the process message method can take any object that message interface, whether is a text message or a media message, send message will be behave correctly. So next we have a interface segregation method, segregation principle. So in this principle says that the client should not be forced to implement the interface they won't use. The principle encourages the creating the small specific interfaces. Let's suppose the same WhatsApp example. In the WhatsApp is the responsibility of user can be divided into the several. Instead of creating one large interface for the user action, we can split the interface into the smaller and focus one. If you see this particular example, in this design, if a class only concerned with the authentication, it can only implement the user authentication interface. Similarly, if a class only deal with the profile management, it can only implement the user profile management. This way we can avoid the forcing class to implement the method it doesn't not need. So next we have a dependency inversion. This principle says that a high level module should not depend on the low level module. Both should have a dependent on abstraction. So let's suppose the WhatsApp example. Imagine the in the WhatsApp notification system where user can receive the notification via SMS, email, or push notification. Instead of notification service class directly dependent on the concrete implementation like SMS notification or push notification, it should be depend on abstraction interface notification. So if you see this example, So notification service class is does not directly dependent on the SMS notification or push notification class. Instead of it depend on the notification interface. Thank you.